Straight from
I,
Pakistan to LA to Boston. Wow, I cannot believe I was going through my texts and my messages. With social media, you feel like you're always connected with somebody, but man, Kardi,
True.
Kardinal Offishall, what's up, man?
What up? Yo, my man Pup Dawg. Yo, it has been a minute, bro.
It's crazy how long it's been since I've actually physically talked to you.
In person. That's right.
Right.
That's
Yeah,
right.
but because of social media, I'm like, oh, I just talked to my boy yesterday. Like
All
that's
the
what it feels
time.
like.
All
Oh
the
man.
time. I
How
know,
you
but that you know what? I think that's the beauty of it. A lot of times we look at the negative stuff,
right.
but that's what's dope is that we can stay connected in ways that we couldn't before. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
So
right.
yeah.
Well, you look great, man. Everything's been good?
Everything has been incredible, to be honest. I literally just got back from Jamaica, from New York, from all over the place. Like it's a blessing, fam. We on the road. We touring. I'm still over rocking with my guys over at Def Jam as the global A&R. So, TV, like a lot of things are happening. But you know what I'm saying? Like we just released this song featuring my homeboy Rotimi called Soak, you know what I'm saying, the other day. And
Yep.
man, that is literally taking us around the world. It's dope.
That's awesome. When I saw Let Him Out come out like in the beginning of the year, I was like, "Oh, is Cardi coming back with some records?" Because I know
Yeah.
you do so much behind the scenes. You're an actor too, but there's so
hmm
much behind the scenes that you do.
hmm
I didn't know if music was gonna be able to fit into your schedule.
Yo, music, that's the crazy thing is that like music never went anywhere. I think what it is for me, bro, as for a lot of people, I diversified my portfolio as opposed to transitioning. Some people just give up music. Like shout out to Nori. Like, Nori's one of our favorite, you know what I mean? One of our hip hop
Yep.
gods. But it's like some people like him, they're like, nah, music for what? You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
But I think for me, I don't think I don't think I have the luxury, you know what I'm saying, of even giving it up or stop doing it even if I wanted to. So behind the scenes, in front, like I mean, listen, over obviously another thing about being like an international artist and a global MC is that the reality is that, within my country, like in Canada, it's different than like representing New York or LA or Boston or wherever. Because for me, I have a whole country on my back. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So, I got a star on the Walk of Fame, I got a doctorate, I got, legacy awards, all this amazing stuff that's been happening in Canada. I was working with Shania Twain and Howie Mandel for the past 4 seasons. Well, Shania just joined, but I've been working with Howie Mandel as a judge on Canada's Got Talent for the
Yep.
past 4 seasons. Just a lot of dope stuff, bro. You know what I mean? It's my 10th year as a record exec. So a lot of dope stuff I've been working on, but all of it always centers around music. Music has always been the passion, and without music, I don't know what I'd be doing. I'd be an accountant or something, bro.
No, you would not. Cardinal officials on right now. But man, talk about obviously, we've known each other for a long time. You've been a big
hmm
staple. Dangerous will never go away ever, ever,
Yeah.
ever. That like record
Word.
still tests to it's like
Yes.
test, we test records and stuff. You know how that works, but it
Yep.
still comes back so strong. You were the first that I know, or like, the one that really took off globally from Toronto. And
hmm
then now talk about all the Canadian artists. Obviously, you guys have major kings out there now, but like
hmm
talk about that growth on how when I did Chum Radio, I used to mix on Chum Radio. I remember back in the day in Canada, and they said every third artist has to be a Canadian artist. So where I'm
hmm
going with this at that time it was a little tougher. And
Yep.
then explosion of Canadian artists just globally around the world.
hmm
Talk about that. You started that to a degree.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? I think obviously with the advancement of technology, things, yeah, exposure and discovery became a lot easier. You know what I'm saying? And it's like at the time, listen, I got my deal, um, my first major deal in LA 2001 is when I
Yep.
first came out. You know what I'm saying? And it's like by the time Dangerous came along, which was I think it was '08, that's literally when everything started exploding. Twitter, Instagram,
Mm-hmm.
yada yada yada. Social media became more of a staple in the entertainment industry. And that is also the time, ironically, when we saw The Weeknd, we saw Drake, Bieber, and then
Right.
Alessia Cara after that, Daniel Caesar after that, Nav, so many
So
different
many.
Tory, so many different amazing artists that come from Canada that the world is well aware of now. But
Right.
it's like, I think before, it's like it's like anything else. There's always going to be people that are going to kick those doors open. It's really about, like, what I mean, once those doors are open, who's going to take advantage of that?
Right.
And I think, we have, Jesse Reyes, so many incredible artists that are making major impact globally right now, representing from up north.
That's amazing, man. I've seen you work, and your shows are energetic, and with
Hmm.
all the stuff going on, getting back on the road, are your shows just as energetic? Are we still kicking doors like that?
Bro, listen, I don't care who you are. I don't care who you are. Like, listen, doing shows with Busta, doing shows with Ludacris, doing shows with the funnier thing is, like, just some of the new kids that are just starting out. Like, it's not very easy to go on after me, no matter who you are. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
right.
It's not easy to share a stage with me, so you have to have an incredible show
Right.
if we are gonna rock together. Shout out to the last show we did. The last show we did was with Sean Paul,
Mhm.
and I mean, Sean's an incredible performer. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, he's got a band, he's got dancers, he's got the whole nine yards. But it's like, if you're somebody that your thing is you're just gonna stand up and kind of just walk around,
Nah.
or you're gonna walk back and forth. You know what I mean? Like, you're gonna look crazy. So,
Right.
it is what it is. Like, you know what I mean? Like, me and my crew, we're in our 40s, but we're still out jumping, out working, and out rocking people that are teenagers. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, to me, it's really just about the level of excellence that you bring to those shows. And anytime you come to a Kardinal DJ set, because I've been DJing around the world too. So whether it's a DJ set, whether it's me performing, whatever it is, it's always gonna be an incredible experience. You know what I mean? Because I value that tremendously. I don't take none of that for granted. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna definitely come and put my foot on anybody's neck that's trying to, you know what I mean, trying to compete.
Oh, I remember that, and I also see that the new generations aren't going to a lot of shows because of what you just said. It's not a performance. You're spending a lot of money, and people are broke right now, or people are working really hard for their money. So it's really
Mm-hmm.
tough for. If you're gonna buy a ticket, you better perform. you better give that audience a performance, because
1,000%.
right, man.
1,000%.
We got Kardinal Official on Rotimi. What was that? How did Rotimi? Okay, talk to me about Ocean Banks, because I'm not that on game with this. So you're putting me on game on Ocean Banks.
Ocean Bank, she's dope, man. And she's a brand new artist,
Okay, so it
but
is new.
but
Okay,
Ocean
okay.
Bank, she's like a Daft Punk Gorillas type scenario. You're probably never gonna meet her. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
really? Okay.
In real life, she's one of those people, like, she just literally lives and breathes inside studio.
Hmm.
But, like, her music it's so fire. You know what I mean? Like, it's next level. So I convinced her, because she was going back and forth on whether or not she actually wanted to, like, be a front facing artist. And both me and Rotimi are like, yo, she sounds way too dope on that hook, we got to keep her on there. So
Got it. Oh, so she's her
that's
pen game. She's a pen game.
not, yeah, but not just the pen, her vocals are
I'm sorry. Yeah,
incredible also.
got it. But
You
she
know what I mean?
references it for other people.
Yeah.
Got it. So you're like, nah,
Sometimes,
you're
sometimes
staying
too,
on.
sometimes too good. I won't mention any names because they are household names, but there's been some people that have been super intimidated when they get the demo, because they're like, "Who is this? I can't sing that." You know what I mean?
Wow. Okay.
So
That's
yeah,
dope.
now she's fire. And then when it comes to Rotimi, man, listen, I was a fan of his way before any of his TV stuff. You know what I'm saying? The Shy, Power, whatever. Like,
Right.
before any of those shows, I first discovered Rotimi as a fan. Him and Kelsey Grammer had a show that was called Boss,
Mm.
and that show was modeled after kind of what was happening in Chicago from, like, a political, socio-economic kind of standpoint. And he had a really dope character. And I remember me and my cousins from Chicago, we were like, hey, yo, like, we really like this guy as an actor. And then, eventually he went on to also become a musician, and he worked with some of my friends. So we had some mutuals, and we met many moons ago. We had done, a song or two before, and Ocean Banks, she wrote, she all the singing stuff is what Ocean Banks wrote. And I was like, yo, Rotimi would be actually, shout out to Harmony Samuels, because I played it for him. He's like, you need to get Rotimi on this immediately.
Nice.
And truth be told, called him the one day, sent it back the next day. You know what I'm
Wow.
saying? And that
Okay.
and that was it. It was a wrap.
He
So shout
works
out to
too, man.
Rotimi, man. He's one of the most talented, most humble, super
Right.
cool dudes. You know what I mean? And it's like we went to Jamaica last week, and we filmed a video in Jamaica last week. So
Nice.
look, yeah, so look for that to drop in the within the next week. But
Okay.
yeah, man, that's my guy.
There it is, man. We're talking about Soak, the song that just came out. While I got you
Yes,
on,
sir.
go ahead and introduce it for the world, baby.
All right, well, this is Kardinal Offishall, you know what I'm saying? On with my guy DJ Pup Dawg. And right about now, you are listening to the sexiest song of the summer. This is Soak featuring Ocean Banks and my homeboy Rotimi. Okay?
Soak right there. That is a future hit. You want that song to be on the countdown? You got to download it, stream it, request it. Got my guy Kardinal Offishall on. Actor, rapper, business guy, executive, does it all,
Yes,
man.
sir.
And continue smiling, bro. You look like you're in a great, happy spot, man. I know the world is insane right now. So, I know you've been going through a lot personally. We lost 3 legends this week. We just lost another one today. Did you hear about today's?
What's today?
Hulk Hogan just died.
What?
Yeah. 3 this week, bro. And I know one of them you were really tight with. So condolences to you and your family, man.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I tell people all the time, Malcolm-Jamal Warner, he wasn't my best friend, but he was a good friend. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? He was whatever they say about him, and I'm seeing the world not just mourn him, but just pour in how they felt about him. Whatever you feel about him that you've seen on TV, interviews, movies, whatever, he was that and 10 times more, you know what I mean,
Mhm.
behind the scenes. So just to get to know him as a friend,
Yep.
the extreme blessing to be able to call him a friend was awesome. He was a stand-up father. He was an incredible son. He really loved music. You know what I mean? He loved
Right.
music. He loved hip hop, and that's where we initially even met. I had no idea, but he's been a 20 plus year fan of mine since I dropped Firestarter Volume 1 back in the day. So, we he was just really cool, and it was just, for me, it was a real honor to be able to get to know him for that short time. He was such a dope dude, man. The world is gonna miss him. I'm gonna miss him. So definitely rest in peace to Malcolm-Jamal Warner for sure.
Definitely, man. I saw your post, man. So sorry about that, bro.
Yeah.
You got the song out right now. Are we working on a project? Are
Yes,
we dropping
sir.
an album? What are we doing?
The,
Are we even
the
worried
E-
about albums anymore?
well, we're not worried about it, but there is an EP coming out called Every Day
Okay.
Sometimes.
Every day, sometimes.
Every
Okay.
Day Sometimes, because I think you can relate. It's like we have the most energy and we are the happiest dudes every day sometimes.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Or, you know what I mean? Or it's like, if you know me, you know that I'm a dude that is like, I'm going to always, wear the brightest colors every day sometimes. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
Like, I think what it is that everybody can relate to it, because we feel like we want to be this person, and we always want to be on, and we always want to stick to our guns and do the things that we know that we should be doing. And we do it, but then there's those days where we just, what I mean, it's not possible. It's the same way that, like, people are like, yo, do you go to the gym? And you're like, yeah, every day sometimes.
So
You know what I'm saying? Like, so
that-
that's really what that's all about. I think musically, that's how I am too. Is that sometimes, you'll hear a song like Soak, you'll hear a song like Let 'Em Out, but then, those songs are how I feel every day sometimes until I
right. Right.
don't. So
Yeah.
there's a
Yep.
week like this week where it's like, I may want to drop some more introspective, reflective type music. You know what I mean? So
Hmm.
I think for me, me, I'm a fun dude, and I think having a
Right.
fun title like that is the best way to really, like, sum up where I'm at right now. You know what I mean?
I love it. I'm looking forward to that, man. Kardinal Offishall, man. It's always good talking to you, man. You've been out.
Likewise,
I know you go back and forth a lot, but you got to come back out here, meet up with the squad, and we got to go grab a bite or something, man. It's been a minute.
listen, 1,000%. The funny thing is, it's like right about now, I feel like I live in the States more than I live in Canada. You know what I
Right.
mean? So I'm always back and forth. So we are definitely gonna make that happen 100,000%.
Perfect, man. Let's set that up. Since we're talking about let's while I got you on, let's do something different today, real quick. Let's
Okay.
give flowers to somebody that you want to give flowers to right now that is around.
Mm. Ooh. Just one person?
Just
Shoot,
one
that's
person right now. Yeah.
oh man. That is there's so many of them. You know, Shaka Zulu, David Banner, Busta Rhymes. There's been so many mad people that.
Let's do Busta. Let's give flowers to Busta.
Well, Busta's an easy one, and I'll say, let me give the flowers to Busta because for people that don't know the relationship that me and Busta have, Busta was on a famous New York radio station. I don't know if it's your sister station or a competition, so we'll
All
leave it
good.
at that. But I was at a very famous New York radio station, and this is when, I first got my major deal, and somebody was like, "Hey, Kardi, you got a phone call?" I was like, "What do you mean I have a phone call?" They're like, "Yo, Busta's been calling up while you've been on the phone. He called like 10 times." I'm like, "What?" And I get on the phone, and it's Busta Rhymes, and he's like, "Yo, I want you to come down to the studio. I want to meet you, yada yada yada." And I'm wilding out because this is, what I'm saying, like a hero of
Right.
mine since I
Of
was a
course.
teenager. And when you go and you meet Busta, it's pretty much what you think. He had on a diamond ring that was bigger than an ice cube. He had on his chains, the whole 9 yards. But why I'm giving Busta his flowers is not because he is a mega superstar and he's rich and all the rest of it. Busta's a friend of mine who will call me at 4 a.m. and I'll be sleeping. I'm like, "Hello, yo, what's good? Yo, I'm just letting you know I'm listening to this joint right now. I tell you all the time, you are my favorite MC." And I'm not talking about my favorite from Canada or my favorite whatever. Yo, bro, you are in my top three and you are not number three. Like you are fighting back and forth for like number one. And
Nice.
Busta is one of the coolest, like people wouldn't know, but yes, Buster is like, full of personality and energy and all that good stuff. But similar to Malcolm, Buster is somebody that we can talk family, we can talk, politics, we can talk what's going on in the world, we can talk what's going on with music. And, listen, during that whole COVID and other things, like trust me, Buster was even contemplating at one point in time temporarily moving up to Toronto. You know what I'm saying? Like shout out to Busta, man, because
Yeah.
Busta has really been the big brother to the world,
Yep.
through his music through all these decades since I think what 91.
Yeah.
But Busta is somebody who, he's my bro, but he's a mentor, he's an innovator, he's still out there killing it with him and Spliff Star. And shout out to Spliff, what I mean, who survived, I'm pretty sure it was stomach cancer that he had a couple of years back. Shout out to Busta for being able to sustain, and not just be able to sustain, but he's able to thrive. And
Right.
he's still taking risks creatively, musically, as an entrepreneur. That is somebody that I'm very glad that we still have around in this world, both for the music and for him as a person. So shout out to my big bro, Buster Rhymes. You know what I'm saying?
I love that right there, man. Kardinal
Yeah.
Offishall. When you said 4 o'clock in the morning, so I take a train back from New York to Boston, and there's one that goes out at 2:30. And things
Hmm.
events end around 11:30, 12 o'clock. I always end up because he's in his studio every night.
Every day.
Every
Every day.
day. Yo, so when you
Every
said that, I
day.
was like, yep, I've been there in the studio waiting for my train. I was like, let's go hang
Um,
out with Busta.
Maniac in the best of ways. You
Yes,
know what I'm
man.
saying?
He rents it out every night. I think he owns the place in the overnights.
He may as well.
Yeah, right?
He may as well. Yo, shout out to Buster. Nobody is outworking that man. And
No.
what the other thing that people don't know is that Busta Rhymes has the best stash, the biggest arsenal of beats from all of your favorite producers. Nobody has more beats in the tuck than Busta Rhymes. So
Right.
shout out to Busta for, you know what I'm saying, like, oh, I hate when I go to studios with producers and like, oh yeah, Busta put that aside for himself. I'm like, come on.
God
But
damn.
shout out to Busta though.
There it is, man. Kardinal Offishall, new single is out right now. Soak with Rotimi, Ocean Banks, man.
Yes,
I
sir.
appreciate you jumping on there with me. I know you got a lot going on, but I got
Now,
to give my boy his flowers. You know, we've been rocking for a long time, man.
yo, I appreciate you, bro. You know what I'm saying? From day one till day now, it's always been love, man. Thank you so much. And I just really love, you know what I'm saying, the dope feedback. Like people have been going crazy, especially the women. So shout out to the women
Yep.
out there, the dudes too, but especially the women. This is just one of those songs. It's a special one, man. And I'm glad that I was able to rock with you today and get it out to the people.
Oh yeah, and as a DJ, especially in radio, you play for the women first. That's what it is.
One
That's what you
million
got to do.
percent.
Cardinal, thank you, bro.
Yes, sir.